Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to introduce Vinay Kulkarni, a sophomore at Sharon High. Vinay enjoys playing the piano, chess, and Rubik's Cubes. He also is very fascinated by airplanes. Please introduce my good friend Vinay.
Hi. Hello everyone, my name is Vinay Kulkarni and I'm going to be talking about Rubik's Cubes. So when I was young and going through my toys as usual, I came across this interesting toy. It was this cube with many colors and this 3x3 tic-tac-toe pattern on each side. And also you could actually turn some of the sides like this. I asked my parents what this could be. They told me it was a Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube is a very popular toy that is used in many competitions and inspired many other versions of the cube. So my name is Vinay Kulkarni and I'm going to be talking about 3 points. First, the basics of the Rubik's Cube. Second, other types of Rubik's Cubes. And third, speed cubers. So first let me get into the basics. So the Rubik's Cube was invented in 1974 by Erno Rubik, a Hungarian sculptor and architect at that time. It was originally called the Magic Cube, but it was a little smaller, but then it got bigger and became the Rubik's Cube, named after Erno Rubik. So Rubik's Cube, as you can see, consists of 20 pieces, which are the corners and the edges, and 6 centers. To solve it, you have to move around these sides until you get all the colors on one side to be the same. This would be an example of a solved cube. This cube is not solved. And do you know there are about 1 billion ways to solve it? From a random scrambled position, the easiest way to do it is a method called the beginner's method, where you do it layer by layer. However, if you want to take the challenge of speed cubing and want to solve it under 30 seconds, this won't help you. The beginner's method won't help you because it takes up way too much time. Instead, what speed cubers use is a method called CFOP, aka the Friedrich method. It's a lot faster, but note you have to memorize a lot of algorithms. And also, you know it's possible to solve this blindfolded? It's possible, but very complex. You have to come up with some letter scheme or just some name for each of the pieces, then come up with 2 trading points or buffers, look at the cube, apply some algorithms with your eyes closed. I mean, it's very complex. In fact, in competitions it's common to get a DNF or a did not finish on a blind solve. Alright, now let me get into some other types of Rubik's Cubes. So the most popular type of Rubik's Cube is this one right here, 3x3. But did you know there are a whole bunch of other Rubik's Cubes as well? Really, there are many versions of it. There's a 2x2 version of it. There's a 4x4 version of it. There's even a 5x5 version, a 6x6 version, etc. And there are even some other kind of interesting puzzles like this cube. As you can see, it only consists of centers and corners. It has an interesting turning mechanism. It even influenced non-cubical puzzles, such as this one right here. This is a 1x3x3 Z cube, which can get out of shape like this. There's also a tower cube, such as the 2x2x4 tower cube. There are even some other kinds as well, like this. This is a pyramid version of the Rubik's Cube. And there's even a hexagonal version. And there's even a hexagonal version of it called the Megamint, which has more sides. And not only has it influenced color puzzles, it influenced 3D puzzles like this one. This is called a mirror cube. And you can see all the colors of each side are the same, but notice the shapes are different. So when you scramble it up, you can see it gets out of the shape of a cube. So you have to solve it. You have to solve it like a 3x3 to get it back into a cube shape. And then other 3 by 3D puzzles as well, such as the Golden Cube by Tony Fisher and the Ghost Cube, an unpopular one because it's very hard to solve. Alright, now on to my third point. So, if you were to consult anyone to help with the cubing, who would it be? In my opinion, a good person to consult is a professional speed cuber. So now I'm going to be talking about some expert speed cubers. So the fastest cuber in the world is Felix Zemdex, who currently holds the world record for a 3x3 of 4.22 seconds. That's very fast. Felix Zemdex has participated in many Australian national and world championships and won first prize, like at the 2013 Rubik's Cube World Championship in Las Vegas. A very fast and popular cuber in the United States is Lucas Etter. Before Felix Zemdex's 4.22, Lucas Etter held the world record for a 3x3 of 4.9 seconds. Still very fast. And he's done very well for the last 3 US nationals. In the 2015 national championship, he got third place for 3x3. For the 2016 one, he got first place for 3x3. And for the recent one in 2017, he got fifth place in 3x3, which is not very bad. Another popular cuber in the United States and worldwide is Kevin Hayes. Kevin Hayes holds the world record for a 7x7 of 1 minute 57 seconds. Now for some of you that might be a little slow. Well, if you're saying 157 for a 3x3, then you are right. 1 minute 57 seconds is a little slow for a 3x3. However, that time Kevin Hayes got on 7x7 is probably as good as Felix Zemdex's 4.22 on this. So it was pretty fast. Did you know Kevin Hayes is famous for solving cubes underwater? There's a YouTube video of doing that at the swimming pool. And he's even done that at a few national championships by sitting in this big water tank and solving 3x3s. Was getting quite the audience. So, in conclusion...
So, do you want to give the cube to him to mess it up? No, the other one, the 3x3 main one. Same one? Okay.
Yeah.
So, he's going to ask you to kind of scramble it?
I'll give it to my cube enthusiast to do it.
Okay, cool. So,
He's
while he
also-
concludes, he can do that. Beta, you need to do it
Quickly,
fast.
man.
Alright, so in conclusion, the Rubik's Cube is a very popular toy that is used in a lot of competitions and has inspired the making of other kinds of Rubik's puzzles. And by the way, note that these puzzles and all the puzzles I mentioned are just a fraction of all the Rubik's puzzles there are. There are just a whole bunch of them. So my personal best has been about 12. My second on 3x3, not to brag. And my average lead days has been about 20 seconds. So if you want to kind of be fast like that, or like Zemdex, first of all, buy a cube. Not just any kind of cube. I'd recommend a speed cube. Like for the regular cube, the original one you have to turn them with your whole hand like this, and those are pretty annoying to deal with. So instead I suggest you buy one of these speed cubes. See how I'm turning it with my fingers?
Oh, wow.
So I suggest you kind of buy a cube where you can turn with your fingers so it can be solved fast. First, I suggest you learn the beginner method so you know how to solve it and try to practice that fast, then learn all those algorithms too for the CFOP method. So now let me give you a quick demo of the 3x3.
You messed it up good?
Yep.
Good. Whoa, awesome man, beautiful.
Thank you for listening to my presentation. Well, now it's my turn to call
Arush, right?
Arush.